Hey folks, this is another video in a series that aspires to teach Google Apps Script fundamentals to beginners. In previous lessons, we've explored how to use our console log, how to use the plus symbol to concatenate strings, as well as the plus symbol to run math operations. We've looked into dates and times, arrays, for loops, and if statements. We're going to resume by selecting the plus symbol in our files module so that we can add a new script. We're going to be exploring how to build functions. So we're going to call this G underscore functions. We're going to hit enter. We're going to change the name of our function to be called greeting function. We're going to save our project. We're going to select line 2. We're going to hit enter once, 2 slashes for a comment, where we will begin by declaring a development variable. We're going to hit enter and tab, and we're going to declare a variable called name. And we're going to set it equal to Matt. We're going to hit the right arrow, and we're going to add a semicolon. So when you're working in AppScript, you have the ability to create a function, which you can then use throughout your script. So instead of rewriting variables or defining variables at a micro level, you have the ability to create a function that will transform whatever data type you're working with, whether it's a string or a number, so that you can pass an argument to the function, and then it will process the data in the way that your script intends. So what we're going to be building out is a function that takes a single argument, which will be a person's name. We're then going to be using our code.gs script in order to loop through an array of names, and then we'll be using an if statement in order to include and exclude values based upon conditions that we want to see met. So we are going to navigate to line 1, and we're going to click in between the parentheses. To this point in the video, our functions have existed so that we can execute code. That way, we can evaluate our logic to see if the things that we're writing do what we intend them to do. But now, we're going to be looking to use this function in another file so that we can process something. So we're going to enter in an argument that this function takes. In this case, it will be name. So we're going to pass a name into our greeting function, and then we are going to return a result that will appear in our console log. So when we develop this name variable, and we have that comment of development variable, it's so that we can work on our function and have it compile code. Because if our function intakes a name variable and we don't define name, then our function won't run. Now, this is a simple function, so you really don't need this development variable, but I've found it to be helpful in the scripts that I run that take more complex computations and are typically working with data processing. So I just want you to know about this so that as you advance further, you have some strategies with which to explore the development of your functions. So we're going to resume on line 4. We're going to hit enter twice. We're going to hit the left arrow on our keyboard twice, and we're going to add 2 slashes for a comment. We're going to create a variable that will provide us with a salutation. Salutation, my apologies, spelling is not my strong suit. We're going to hit enter and tab. And we're going to declare a variable of greeting. And we'll set it equal to hello. We'll hit the left arrow on our keyboard, and we will add a semicolon. And then we will hit enter twice, hit the left arrow twice, 2 slashes for a comment, and then we will declare the rest of our greeting. We'll hit enter and tab, and we'll declare a variable of welcome, and we'll set it equal to single quote and say, we hope you have a great day ahead of you, exclamation point. We'll go to the right and we will add a semicolon. We'll hit enter twice, left arrow on our keyboard twice, 2 slashes for a comment, and now we will develop our output. We'll hit enter and tab, And we'll declare this as a variable, and we'll call it output, and we'll set it equal to greeting space plus, and then we will add single quotes and a comma and a space. Hit the right arrow on your keyboard once, hit space, add the plus symbol, hit space, add a name, hit space, add plus, hit space, single quotes, space, left arrow on your keyboard once, space, plus sign, space, and then use that welcome variable. Have a closing semicolon, hit enter twice, 2 slashes for a comment, and now we will log. We'll hit enter and tab. We'll do logger.log, open parentheses, output. Hit the right arrow on your keyboard, add a semicolon, and hit run. So now you can see that we are getting a logger output that says, hello, Matt. We hope you have a great day ahead of you. And I misspelled day, so I'm going to go back and fix that typo from dat to be day. And I'll hit run again. And now you can see that we have, hello, Matt. We hope you have a great day ahead of you. Wonderful. So what we're going to do now is go to line 16. We're going to hit enter twice, hit the left arrow on our keyboard 4 times, we're going to add 2 slashes for a comment, and now we will return for output. We'll hit enter and tab, and we'll use a new command that we haven't used up until this point, and we will say return space, and then we'll reference that output variable. So let me see. What I'm going to try to do is I'll hit save, and you know what? We'll go to line 4, and we are going to comment out name, and we're going to hit save. So let's see what happens when we run our function. You can see that we are now getting hello, comma, undefined. We hope you have a great day ahead of you. And the reason for that is because we are referencing that name variable on line 13. And because we commented out our development variable of name, we have no longer defined what name is. And thus, when we return our output through logger.log, we are getting hello, undefined, and the rest of our statement. That's where the name argument of our function comes in. You'll notice that when I highlight that portion of the code, line 13 is also highlighted. So it's saying that we can take this argument so that if somebody uses this function, it will then represent name on line 13. And instead of undefined, it will represent name. So let's go to our code file and see what this looks like. So we're going to select line 2. We're going to hit enter once, add 2 slashes for a comment, and now we will test out the greeting function. We'll hit enter and tab, and we'll just say greeting. And then you can see it pops up as an autocomplete suggestion, and it says function, greeting function takes one argument of name, and it does not have any defined method. So you can enter in numbers, you can enter in letters, it doesn't matter. So we'll do that greeting function. We'll have open parentheses, and now we'll enter in a new name. So we'll enter in a string of Mark. And now when we hit save, you can see that the function that we're running is called myfunction. So we're using this code.gs file in order to run our greeting function, which is coming from the file g_functions. So we're going to hit run. And now you can see we're getting output that says, hello, Mark, we hope you have a great day ahead of you. So the reason that we're getting that is because we have one argument that is used by the greeting function, and it is a name. So when we entered Mark into our greeting function, the underlying code in our g_functions file is processing that input and then giving us an output. So what we have the ability to do now is we can programmatically use this greeting function by looping through it. So what we're going to do is remove line 3 and 4, and we're going to start on line 3 without anything there. And we are going to add 2 slashes for a comment where we will create a one-dimensional array. We'll hit enter and tab, and we'll declare this variable as names, and we'll set that equal to square bracket, and then we'll separate them by commas. So the first name will be Hallie, the second name will be Matt, the third name will be Christy, and the fourth name will be Mark. We'll go to the right of our array and we'll add a semicolon. We'll hit enter twice. We'll hit the left arrow twice. We'll have 2 slashes for a comment. And now we're going to loop through our array. We'll hit enter and tab. So we'll do 4 open parentheses I in names. We'll hit the right arrow on our keyboard and we'll use curly brackets. We'll hit enter, 2 slashes for a comment, and we will log out our names. So we'll hit enter and tab and we'll do logger.log, open parentheses, names. We'll go to the right arrow. We'll hit the right arrow once, add a semicolon, and now when we run our script, you'll see that we are getting, oh, my apologies, because I just passed in names. So we want to do names square bracket I, and then we'll run our code. And now you can see we're getting each name individually. So now, instead of just doing names, we are going to remove logger.log, and we will do logger.log, open parentheses, and we'll pass in that greeting function. We'll have an open parentheses, and we'll do names square bracket I. And now when we run our function, we are getting the output of our logging. So we're getting, hello, Hallie, we hope you have a great day ahead of you. And then we're getting some secondary output there. And the reason for that is because of, we're going to go back to our functions file real quick, and we're going to comment out this logging here. And then when we go back here and we hit save and then run, we are no longer going to be getting that duplication. So we're getting, hello, Hallie, we hope you have a great day ahead of you. Hello, Matt, we hope you have a great day ahead of you. Hello, Christy, we hope you have a great day ahead of you, so on and so forth, right? And I apologize because I misspelled Christy. Great. So now we have learned how to use a function. So what we can do in here is we can also use an if statement. So we're going to select line 7 and we're going to hit enter once. We're going to have 2 slashes for a comment, and we will do an exclusion condition. And we'll hit enter and we'll say if open parentheses names square bracket I, and then we'll go to the right of the square bracket. We'll hit space. We'll do 2 equal signs. So if names I is equal to single quote Matt, is not equal to Matt, we'll do if names square bracket I exclamation point equal sign, which means not equal to, and then we'll pass Matt. We'll have open curly brackets. We're going to highlight our comment that says log out our names and our logger.log with our greeting function and names square bracket I. We're going to copy that, delete our code, go into our curly brackets, hit enter, paste it in there. And our formatting is a little bit messed up, so I'm going to go to the left of line 11. I'm going to hit tab once, twice. I'm going to save my function. And now when I run it, you can see that we're getting, hello, Hallie, we hope you have a great day ahead of you. Hello, Christy, we hope you have a great day ahead of you. Hello, Mark, we hope you have a great day ahead of you. And we're not getting Matt because we've now used an if statement to set a condition where if the name is not equal to Matt, then it will run the greeting function. And if it is Matt, then it will not. And if we wanted to have some type of indication that we excluded Matt, we can go to line 12, we can hit enter, we can add 2 slashes for a comment and define an else statement. Hit enter and tab, and we can do else space curly brackets because we don't need to define any conditions for else, and we can do logger.log single quote Matt was excluded. And now when we run our code, you can see that when we get to Hallie, we run the greeting function. Our second name is Matt, so we say Matt was excluded because he does not meet the parameters of our primary if condition. He is returning the output from our else, and he is getting Matt was excluded, and then we get Christy, which is not the name Matt, so she's getting the greeting function, and Mark, who is also not Matt and gets the greeting function. Functions are, along with if and for loops and arrays, crucial elements of learning programming. So this is a very basic function. to just kind of show you how input and output works and ways that then you can develop logic around your function to have clean, concise, and articulate code. I hope you found this series to be helpful. If you're interested in learning more about programming with Google Apps Script, then please check out my channel page where I have other projects and tutorials that aspire to open up programming to new audiences.